Good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Dirt Slingers Racing League. Monday Night Thunder, Jess and Jim's Steakhouse Big Block Modified Series, kicking things off here tonight at Cedar Lake. Show number one for us. 18 of the most amazing big block drivers on the service have checked in for tonight's action. They are in their driver's meeting at the moment. You're going to hear a ping right here, folks, and I can't help it. I got to save this because I made a boo-boo, and now I'm fixing it. All right, now Ben Jolly, the quickest of those drivers, 13.48 seconds. Only two drivers in the server did not take time. Dylan DeWert, your defending series champion, and Devin Hauer, multiple-time winner in the series in previous seasons. And he's been close a couple of times here recently. Well, the boo-boo really kind of wasn't my fault. Somebody took one of my logos out of the logo folder in Discord to replace it with one for some reason, and now all of my hyperlinks are gone, and some of the logos in our wonderful overlays don't work. I'm just going to throw a name out there because I'm pretty sure I know who did it, Tiny Dancer, but I mean, it is what it is. It can always be fixed. Aiden Harvey in the chat with us on Facebook. I see Mr. Bill. Hello, Mr. Bill, over on YouTube. And then Tiny Dancer and Aiden are on Facebook. Hopefully someone will jump in from... I see that, Scotty. Hopefully somebody will jump in from Twitch and say hello. If you are on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, hit the subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, like, share, and follow. You'll all get to know every time we go live with a notification. Got great news. I can't remember what night it was. Sunday night, Saturday night, Wednesday night starting next week, March the 12th. Midwest Truck Series will be back on the Digital Sim Sports Network. Thursdays are still kind of an up-in-the-air thing. We got an offer for some Saturday shows, but unfortunately and regretfully, we are going to have to pass on those because we do not do weekends from about the 1st of March until about the last week of October. We don't do Fridays, Saturdays, and we try not to do Sundays. Interferes with the lake house time. And since I'm a big proponent of that, I do not want to miss out. Sun is out over here at Cocoa. Hey, good. The sun came out. We're going to dry out over at Cocoa. I knew if you guys just didn't freak out, everything would end up being okay. Hello, Jane. There's my Twitch. Now, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch are all in chat. Woohoo! 40-lap feature. We're going to have a couple of heat races, I think. I think we might change our heat race numbers here. We may go down to an 8-car heat race here. Do a 3-car transfer. Make it fun for everyone. Everybody's going to the feature tonight. 20 cars would normally start. We only have 18 checked in, but we've got a fantastic field. We've got at least 10 former feature winners and 4, maybe 5 series champions in here again tonight. So let's get ready to look at the starting lineup for heat race number 1. On the pole, the newcomer, rookie in the series. Tonight's his first night to join, and he draws the 1 pill. 238, which will be the 38 on the door of Jared LeBoz. Big block modified, and he'll have a multiple-time winner in the series already this season. In the 82, Dalton DeWert, he is your current points leader for season number 25. On the outside of that front row, Ryan Padgett in the 98, and the Cadillac man, Kevin Hanley in the 110. Row 2, Devin Hauer, multi-time winner in the series. In the 316, starts next to a former winner in this series, won last season, about mid-season, 38 of Greg Keppel. Then Tim Nichols, the hillbilly, all the way from Ohio. in the field tonight in the 131, next to Patrick Cobb in the 02, and then your defending series champion, whose woes continue with his pill draw. My goodness, this guy cannot catch a break. Dylan DeWert is going to start at the back of this thing in that 20 car. That's your defending series champion. He has had a dismal season. Got a good pill draw one night and has gone to victory lane with it. But every other night he has drawn the back of a heat, and he just struggles to get through the field. Hello, Hunter Dunn. All right, next time we come through 3 and 4, that pace truck is going to zippity-doo-dah away from the field, and we are going to get ready to go green. Heat race number 1 of 2 for the big blocks. These guys just racing for their starting position. Your defending series champion last year picked up 4 16-ounce ribeye steaks from Justin Jim's Steakhouse. That prize is going to be available to the champion this year. And about mid-season, we're going to have a big, long event for these guys. We've got a bunch of stuff from Midwest Barbecue Equipment to give away. But the green flag falls in the Justin Jim's Steakhouse Big Block Modified Series on Monday Night Thunder is underway. Lap 1 already into 3 and 4. And LeBlanc going to lead that opening lap. DeWert is second. They're side by side behind that. It's Paget, Hauer, Hanley, Keppel all battling. Paget will move to the 3rd spot, side by side for the Cadillac man, Kevin Hanley in the 110. And the 316 of Devin Hauer, you can see a bump already developing in turn number 1 down on the bottom. We'll keep our eye on that because that is going to get interesting as the night goes on. It will become more and more pronounced. 1 to the bottom, 1 to the top at the front. Battle side by side for the lead. DeWert to the very outside. He'll lead the lap. He takes it away from LeBlanc halfway through the first heat. Carr off into the pit area at full speed. And I want to say that was Kevin Hanley that took the 110 and just drove it straight to the pits. And probably halfway across the state before he got it stopped. I'm not sure. DeWert out front. LeBlanc, Paget, Hauer, Keppel. That battle right here is not over. Dylan DeWert is trying to work his way forward. He's side by side with Greg Keppel, chasing his teammate in the 316. Devin Hauer. Oh, Keppel barely missed the tires up at the top of turn 1. He's going to fall to the back of the field. So now we'll watch because I think we're getting heated up here for second. Ryan Paget working to the inside on the white flag lap. Dalton DeWert is going to pick up the win easily here in heat number 1. Who's coming home in second? That's what we don't know, and it's going to be LeBlanc. Then Paget, Hauer, Dylan DeWert, Cobb, Keppel, Nichols, and Hanley will round things out. Good racing in heat number 1. These guys put on a good show. I don't care where they go. These guys have put on great shows every single week. I expect nothing less from them here tonight. Show number 2 will be from Kokomo Speedway over Kokomo, Indiana, and that will be the Rock K Logistics 410 Outlaw Series. Should be a fun one there. Let's take a look at the starting grid for heat number 2. It'll be the 21, a former feature winner and former series champion. Garrett Boyd on the pole, and he'll have the 73 of Larry Moody on the outside fixed. This whole draw is fixed. 2 admins in the same heat on the front row. Woo, it's fixed. I just know it's fixed. Jake Boxell, the 44, next to Tom Ostendorf in the 32, making up row 2, and then their teammate in the 54. Flying Buckeye, Matt Westfall, inside of row number 3, next to the 1J of Jacob Schmutz. The 007, secret agent, Sam Bachman, inside of row number 4, and he's got the guy that was quickest in practice in the 33, Ben Jolly, next to him. And on the back, in the 32, a former series champion and feature winner, the 32 of Anthony Morano. So, a lot of feature winners, a lot of champions in here, especially in this heat. This thing is chock full of them, front to back. Jacob Schmutz is a former feature winner. Sam Bachman's a former feature winner. Ben Jolly. 9 cars, at least 8 of Larry Moody is a former feature winner. I think the only car out there that hasn't won a feature here might be the 32 and the 44, row number 2. Green flag in the air. Heat number 2 is underway. Reed Chess, it is the iRacing simulator. To the top side, the 21 of Boyd will surge to the lead down the backstretch and out of turn 4. He should lead lap 1. Boxel not letting him get too far away. Going to try to work him a little wider. Didn't quite get there. He's going to really have to work on it. He is going to get up in front of the 21 car. Boyd normally is a bottom feeder at just about every track we go to. Tonight looks like he is going to go up here and rip the lip, and he's going to keep the lead. They're stacking up behind. That was Schmutz catching a piece of fence out of turn number 2. Boxel's second. Moody and Ostendorf are going at it. Now it's going to be a 3-wide battle, and Moody's going to have to back out of that deal. Didn't want the 73 stuck in the middle of the sandwich. He knows what happens when you do that. The meat gets squashed. Boxel up to the top now, hanging on to that second spot, but Ostendorf is keeping him honest. Moody's still 4th. Westfall 5th. Jolly having a hard time getting through traffic after his pill draw. He's giving him a shot in the back end twice. 2 consecutive straightaways. He's giving the 54 a nice little kick in the pants. Trying to get him clear, give himself an open lane to run. Around the top side, Anthony Morano will work alongside. That's going to be for 6th and 7th. This is a dogfight right here from 4th on back. We're coming around to the white flag. Boyd, Boxel, and Ostendorf, 1, 2, 3. Then Moody, Jolly, and company. Behind that, it looks like Garrett Boyd. Start on the front row for tonight's 40-lap AMA, and he wins Heat 2. Boxel 2nd. Ostendorf, Moody, Westfall, Jolly 6th. Morano, Bachman, and Schmutz rounding out the field. Heat racing action in the book, and my goodness, if the feature is going to be anything like our heat races were, I think we're in for a pretty good treat, folks. We're going to wait and see what drivers will roll out. They're going to give them a few minutes of practice. We're going to grab somebody, anybody, and we're going to try to talk to them. Well, you know what? Let's get this guy. Let's grab the driver of the 20 car and see if Dylan DeWert is around. Dylan, you there, buddy? Dylan, you in the house? Hello, Mr. DeWert. I got you now, buddy. Got you now. Hey, got a question. Actually, got a couple.
Yes, sir.
The first one, dude, your pill draw luck sucks. What is up with that?
I mean, I don't know.
I think you need to send somebody else to the trailer to draw a pill for you.
I don't disagree with you.
Well, you were out there for your heat race, bad pill draw. You're going to start probably mid-pack for the feature, but what does the track look like, and what are you going to have to do with the 20 car to get that thing to come to the front?
Well, these guys seem like they're going to be a little bit more aggressive than normal tonight for some reason, so I think it's going to be protecting the front end and making sure it stays straight. Other than that, hopefully I'll not have to cough my way through it. I just got over the flu.
Oh, man. Well, hopefully you're feeling good enough to try to take the 20 and go to the front. This track, pretty good for racing. You're going to get a couple of lines out of it. The banking up towards the top is big, but if you run too close to the bottom, all those little tires down there, they sure do upset the front of the car, don't they?
No, yeah, they definitely can, and with the newer damage models, they can rip a tire right off.
Yeah, well, we're going to be looking forward to seeing what you can do with that 20 car tonight, man. Thanks for taking a minute to chat with us. Go get you some laps in there, figure out what your final adjustments are.
All right, thanks.
That is your defending series champion, a 20 car of Dylan DeWert. Yeah, Brother Dalton is killing it this season in here. He's got a couple of wins already. He's way out in front in the points. We've only put in, well, actually, I think we're far enough along now. We've used both of the drop weeks, and he is got a commanding lead in the points right now. We're going to get a good report on that here in a couple of weeks right around the midway point, because we are planning on trying to do a big 75-lap race for a handful of prizes for some of these guys. Might be a big block only night on that night. We may have to bump the sprint car series back a week or two just to accommodate that big event. Just the moose howler. How about that? Just get some big moose horns on the front of that 316 car and just, go out there and move them out the way. What do you think about that, Devin? Devin Howard in the chat with us, guys. So it's good to shout your driver out. If you got a favorite in here, shout it, because a lot of them do pay attention. They watch, especially when they're not out on the racetrack. Now, they won't be able to watch much here in about 2 minutes because they'll all be out here for 40 green flag laps. This is round number 6 of the season. A great field of cars. We cannot ask for a better group of drivers in this series. A couple of seasons ago, we had our doubts whether this season would make it here at DSRL. Car counts were really bad. Drivers were just not as interested. And over the last couple of seasons, this series has shown that, we're 5 races in. I think we have a total of 7 cautions for the whole season in the features. And they've got 1 flag-to-flag race in. On any given night, they can come in and do 1 or 2 cautions max. They can do 0 cautions and put on a show. And I think this track kind of lends itself to us maybe having 1 or 2 cautions, but if the guys are patient the first 10 laps and give and take, you're going to see a 40-lap flag-to-flag feature race here and probably 12 cars on the lead lap, I would venture to say, at least. We got some of the fastest guys in here. We've gone a whole night, 40 laps with 1 caution, and had 18 of them still in lead lap. So you're watching the best of the best here. Just about time for them to start lining them up for the feature. Quick reminder about show at 9:30 Eastern tonight. Rocket K Logistics 410 Outlaw Sprint Cars at Kokomo. Tomorrow night, Epic Racing Association in their pavement late model stock car series season finale for this season. Crown a champion tomorrow night. Will it be Jeff Town or will it be Dylan Connor again? Going back to back. Wednesday night this week, we have the night off. Thursday night this week, again, up in the air. We don't know if we're going to do anything at all depending on time. And then we'll be back on either Sunday or Monday. Sunday's going to depend on what we get done at the lake. A lot of work out at the lake property. If we can get back in time, we're going to do a show. If we can't, we won't be back till Monday. And then next week will fill back up quite a bit. Let's get ready to look at our starting lineup. This is how we'll do it for tonight's A-Main 40 laps. The 82 of Dalton DeWitt next to the 21 of Garrett Boyd on the front row. Newcomer to the series in the 38, Jared Labaugh. Next to Jake Boxell in the 44. Then the 98 of Ryan Padgett and the 32 of Tom Ostendorf in row number 3. Your 4th row will be Devin Howard, the 316, Larry Moody, the 73, inside and out. Inside that 5th row, Dylan DeWitt in the 20. Not too bad. Starting inside the top 10 tonight. And he'll have Matt Westfall in the 54 on his outside. Patrick Cobb, the 02, with the 33 of Ben Jolly in row number 6. Our 7th row, Greg Keppel in the 38 inside, Anthony Morano in the 32. That's the other 32 car in the field, outside. And then our 8th row will be the 131 of Tim Nichols next to Secret Agent Man Sam Bachman in the 007. And on the back row tonight, the 110 of Kevin Hanley, the Cadillac Man, next to the 1J of Jacob Schmutz. Rolling them off. We got a couple of cars we know are going to go to the back. We have a couple of penalties from last week's race that have to be served tonight. These drivers dropping to the rear of the field. So they'll get where they're supposed to be now. Everybody will get lined up double file this next time coming out of turn number 4. Green flag will fall. Jess and Jim Steakhouse. Big block modified series round number 6 will get underway. Pace truck making its acceleration away from the field, and Howler.
Green, green, green.
I'm sorry, DeWitt on the throttle. Out of turn number 2. He'll have the lead. It's going to be Boyd and Labaugh battling for the second spot. LeBar was second that time behind DeWert. Boyd was third. Ostendorf tucked in behind him. They are going to go top middle. LeBar and DeWert look like they are going to work the middle bottom. Devin Howard trying to get around Ryan Paget for fifth right there. 3:16 locked in. Down on the very bottom of the racetrack. Dylan DeWert now has worked his way into the seventh spot, and he is waiting for a lane to clear. Garrett Boyd with a problem in 1 and 2, and he's going to lose several spots. He'll fall all the way back to fifth from third. 3 wide out of turn number 4. That usually doesn't work. These guys figure it out. Nobody sideways. 3 wide, still 4. That's what, 6th, 7th, and 8th right there. Wow. Dalton DeWert is just yarding these guys right now. He's out in front. He's not going to give that spot up. He is running right through the middle. Perfect line. Out here in the front. He's starting to ease away from second place, LeBar. Ostendorf, very strong tonight, running in the third spot. Howard, Paget, DeWert, Boyd through 7th. Jolly's up to 8th. Moody is 9th, and Morano is now 10th and looking for racing room. Sam Bachman, the 007, tucked in right behind that in 11th. Then Patrick Cobb, Tim Nichols, Jake Boxell, Kevin Hanley, Jacob Schmutz, Matt Westfall, and our first retiree, Greg Keppel. Greg made about 3 laps. Don't know what happened to him, but he is already back in the pits, and the 38 team is looking for a pack up. Almost a full second out in front. There's your last place car. Right now that is the 54 of Matt Westfall, and he is just about a straightaway ahead of the leaders. Larry Moody was contact. Moody's going to take it off the track. Big blink out of the 38 of LeBar in second. Oh, he's going to get a touch from behind. Ostendorf got into the bumper, loosened him up. That lets Howard go by. It opens the door for Paget, DeWert. And LeBar is going to have to work hard to get the spots back. He keeps it in the top 5. Now working around the outside, trying to put it back in 4th. Oh, contact between, I think that was Paget and Howard. They're all going to keep them facing forward. Ben Jolly got a piece of that. Now we're stacked up. Now we're going to get a caution. Let's go back. This starts back here right at the exit. Yeah, Paget and Howard have a little contact. Paget gets him straight back up. Then he and LeBar, Howard and LeBar have it. Jolly spins it out right there. Now we're going to go up the back stretch. And they are going to touch again coming out of 2. I think a little bit of steering issues in both cars. Probably looking for something that may have not been there. So Howard, Schmutz, LeBar go out this time. Moody and Keppel were already off the track. Let's get through and get into the lineup because the 2 DeWerts are out front. The 82 of Dalton, the 20 of Dylan. Then Ostendorf, Boyd, Morano, Bachman, Jolly, Cobb, Hanley, Nichols, Boxell, Westfall, and Paget. And that is 13 of our 18 still on track. First caution, we're 15 left, so we almost made it to halfway. Looks like we're doubled up and the lights are off on the pace truck. So we'll be getting ready to go back to green. Sam Bachman has picked up 10 spots. Jolly 5, Hanley 7.
Green flag, green flag.
He's got some work to do yet, Aiden. to be a hard charger. Dalton Dort gets a great restart. Dylan falls in second. The battle will be for that third spot. Ostendorf had it. Boyd wants it. And Boyd will shoot up the front stretch on the outside right against the wall. Sneaks right by, and here comes Bachman. They're 4 wide out of turn 2 for a moment. Nobody making contact with each other. Bachman trying to go all the way to the fence. He'll sneak around and grab 4th. Caution behind the 44 of Jake Boxell is going to get in a sandwich here, and we warned you about sandwich meat. And tumbling down the front stretch off the right rear corner of, I believe that was the 54, and we'll have to go back and take a little closer look at that later. The admins will definitely look at that one. So, cautions, breeding cautions, drivers in close proximity. We'll slow things down with 23 to go and get them reshuffled. Still Dewart, then Boyd, then Bachman, Ostendorf, Morano, Jolly, Hanley, Cobb, and Nichols. Jim Nichols inside the top 10. Hillbilly having a good run tonight. Pageant, Westfall behind that, and Jacob Schmutz bringing up the rear of the car, still on track. We've got 13 still of our 18. So lights off on the pace truck now. Looks like we're getting ready to go back to green again. See if we get the last 23 laps in. DeWert on the front row, and Dalton got a fantastic start. Boy, he snookered his brother all together. Down the front, backstretch into 3 and 4. The top 3, single father, 2 wide for Rose, and Rose behind that. Bachman trying to grab 4th. He'll get single file. Jolly now up to the 5th spot. Anthony Morano right in there as well in the 32. Up the hill, down the hill, into up the backstretch. Keeping an eye right on this group right here. They are about 6 strong, and they are all over one another. Boyd, Bachman, Jolly, Morano, Hanley's in the mix. Tom Ostendorf's still right in the middle of this thing. Now the battle for 3rd is heating up. Jolly and Boyd are going door to door. Jolly will take advantage in the entry of 3 and 4, and I think he's going to hold the spot coming up the front stretch, moving to 3rd. Battle at the front. The brothers sitting there pacing one another. Now Morano gets around Boyd, so Boyd falling back through the field. Right now it's 2 FTM cars out front. Jolly in 3rd, an FTM car in Morano in 4th, Boyd, then Hanley in another FTM car. The 007 of Bachman right there. And Kevin Hanley working around the bottom on that deal. Great racing. Out front. Dylan and Dalton about to be side by side. This time they swap lines going through 1 and 2. Dalton went to the bottom, Dylan went to the top, and I don't know if it helped either one of them. We are down to 12 laps to go, and they enjoy about 1.8 seconds over Ben Jolly and Anthony Morano, who are going at it for the final podium spot. FTM trying to sweep the podium here tonight. Kevin Hanley into the 5th spot. Bachman is still 6th. Then Boyd and Cobb are side by side for 7 and 8. Ostendorf and Paget will round out our top 10. Hello, Mr. Church. Welcome to the chat. Crossing under the 10 to go mark. The DeWert boys out front, battling it out between themselves. They are 1.7 seconds in front of 3rd place Ben Jolly, and Jolly is just barely hanging on in front of Morano right now. Laps are ticking off very, very quickly here. We're going to see some haymaker sliders start here momentarily. I don't know if we're going to see them up in the front. Yeah, here comes one right here. He didn't quite get the drive he wanted getting down in there, and he'll have to check it up a little and try to stay right on the bumper. Dialing DeWert in the 20, wanting to get back to victory lane. Dismal pill draw, did okay in his heat race, started mid-pack. Trying to get the lead away from his brother, and I thought if he'd have went up the hill, he could have shut the door on him. But we went by a wave lap last time. We're coming down to 4 to go. We're staying focused on the run at the front because these two not done with one another yet. Dialing got there by a nose. They're side by side into 3 and 4. We're coming to 3 to go. The battle is at the front. We need not look anywhere else because the DeWert brothers both want to win, and they are going to fight each other hammer and tongs to get it. Right now, Dylan's got the best of it. Couldn't shut the door that time, and Dalton goes back to the point with 2 to go. Dylan's getting good runs right here. He'll get a little bit of an advantage, but then he gives it all back right here in 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag. That time, Dylan had the advantage by a car length. Dalton up the hill, down the hill, trying to force his way inside. He's not going to get there. Dylan DeWert will go back to victory lane this season. Dalton DeWert second. Ben Jolly rounding out our podium. Morano and Hanley 4 and 5. Bachman 6th, Boyd 7th, Cobb was 8th, Ossendorf 9th, Paget 10th, Schmutz 11th, Nichols 12th, Westfall 13th. Then Boxel 14th, Hauer 15th, LaBaugh 16th, Moody 17th, and Keppel into that 18th and final spot. All right, let's get ready to grab our drivers. Waiting for Jolly. We'll get the 2 DeWert boys into the waiting room. And we're just waiting for Mr. Jolly to make his way to Discord so we can chat with him. And Jay Church, everything is good, my friend. Everything is good tonight. It's Monday night. That means it's a dirt racing night. My favorite time of the week. Plus, we get to watch these guys who put on amazing shows each and every week. There's Ben Jolly dropping into the chat. So let's grab him up, get him in here. Ben, a podium finish tonight on a pretty tough little racetrack.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it was tight, but I mean, I started deep. I guess I just got up on the wheel a little bit and just hope for the best.
Yeah, it looked like, some guys were trying to run the very, very top. Some guys were finding it a little bit on the bottom. You go +9 from 12th to 3rd tonight. You passed plenty of cars, but you needed 2 more.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Dylan and Dalton, I don't know if they're brothers or not, but they definitely know how to wheel in this game, and I definitely think if there was another caution, I could have been up there with them, but other than that, I was just trying to keep my patience in the back there, and I was off and on the brake, using gas, letting off for everyone. I mean, you just got to race clean and be patient.
Well, an awesome run, man. The talent level in this group, any podium is great, and you've gotten several already this season, so you're not doing too terrible in the points. Think it might take a couple of wins to get you to the top of this thing, though.
Yeah, that'd definitely be nice if I get a couple wins here. I mean, there's definitely a lot of talent here, like you said, but I know I can keep up with them. I know I'm fast enough, so we'll just see what happens and see how these weeks play out.
All right, man. Give me some shout-outs and some thank yous before we let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, I gotta thank Sean McPhee and Logan Herbert. They put this thing on dig. Everyone over at Public Any Setups, Speed from Sean, Garage House Car Wash, McNell Racing Products, O5 Lettering, and Billy the Kid Racing Engines.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on another awesome run, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here next week.
Yep, thank you.
Ben Jolly, the 33 car, finishing in that third spot, and now we got to scold him first for not leaving his car on the track, but Dalton DeWert, you led a lot of this, and then here's that 20 car kind of showing you the nose, and next thing you know, he showed you the back end.
Yeah, man. It's good to see, my brother get, unfortunate pill draw again. I don't know how many weeks it's been in a row. But finally get
Feels like all of them.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's good to see. No, man, it's awesome to see him get through here without getting stuck in somebody else's wreck. And anytime, I don't get on as much, but anytime me and him get to go head-to-head, it's always a blast there. And I think we were running similar lines there. I heard him on my inside when I was sticking middle-bottom there, and I thought the top would be a little faster, but I kind of screwed that up by going up there, and then it was just kind of hitting the right marks to keep an edge off of 4 there, and kind of screwed up and got into the wall a little bit and tried to cut down and take advantage, but it wasn't enough. But that was a great race, and hats off to my brother for winning it.
Yeah, it looked like you guys were kind of pacing each other there a little bit. Oh, I want to say with about 15, 17 to go. And I thought, man, I think Dylan's just kind of setting him up and trying to figure out where he's going to be better. He doesn't want to go all the way to the top. He doesn't want to go all the way to the bottom and show his hand too early. And I had a feeling he would be the one that would drop to the bottom. And then you guys started swapping lines. You confused myself and the entire crowd. And finally, a couple to go, he finally got that inside and got snuck past you there. It was a lot of fun for us to watch. How much fun was it for you guys out there?
Oh, no, it was a blast, man. Great race, door to door. For 10 laps, you can't beat it, whether it's, anybody else, but it's always better with, with your older brother. It's fun, it ain't the real deal, but, our dad did this for 30 years, and this is the best thing you can get with me and him doing it. So, especially at a tough track like this, Cedar Lake can be pretty deceiving. I felt decent on the top there. I honestly felt better in the middle bottom of 1 and 2. I honestly was just running that like the first 15, 20 laps to save, because I had a feeling, somebody would be on my ass end for sure. But no, we had a lot of car left. I just think if we played our cards right, we could have capitalized. But it was all in all an awesome race.
Well, some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you get out of here and celebrate another fantastic run.
Yeah, man, I got to thank all the guys at Full Throttle Motorsports, my brother, Dean at Super Dirt Car Series, Gunner Swan Speed Shop, Do Pro Performance, DJ Sim Shop, GripHack.com, Justin Jim Steakhouse, and you for taking your time out of your night to host these events, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on another awesome run, and I'm sure this is not going to hurt you at all in the points.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. We had a pretty decent lead. This will be all right. You can't ever complain when you get on the podium.
All right, man. Thanks again.
Thanks, Raj.
Dalton DeWert, he finishes in second to Big Brother, and Big Brother finally takes a ugly pill draw, turns it into a top 10 starting spot, and then he parlays that all the way to going up and stealing this thing in the last handful of laps here from little brother. Do you feel bad at all, Dylan?
No, not in the slightest.
I did not think so, but I'm gonna try to get that brotherly rivalry going if I can, just for our entertainment. Man, you drove a great race. So you got up there, and it looked to me like you were kind of pacing a little bit, just trying to figure out what you were gonna do with the 82 car, and it looked like when you finally made that decision, it was side by side for a handful of laps, and then you finally just cut all the horses loose.
Dalton is a good driver, and he's even better when he's out front, unimpeded. And I knew I was going to have to put a little pressure on him for him to do something different, because me following him obviously wasn't going to do the trick, and he saw the nose. And excuse me, I'm going to pause just a second because I'm going to cough. There we go. He must have saw the nose just enough and decided to do something a little bit different, which is what I was wanting to happen. Our cars were really similar at the end there, and it was just going to be whoever was going to be able to outdrive the other person. And I got lucky and capitalized. Excuse me, sorry about that.
You're all right, buddy. I understand.
Yeah, no, the flu this
Been
year
there.
sucked.
Been there.
But yeah, no, it was a kind of a game of cat and mouse, and just to see who was going to do what. And he kind of gave me the door, and I stepped through it. So, and that's kind of the way it ended up happening. I mean, like I said, I mean, our cars were super close. If he would have played it a little bit differently, we probably would just been nose to tail the whole time, to be honest with you.
Well, hopefully this will start a little bit of a better luck streak for you. I mean, tonight it didn't look like the pill draw really hurt you too much, but in the past it has really bitten you. But to take a bad pill draw and turn it into a win in the AMA tonight, maybe that'll start a little bit of a good luck string for you, and the defending series champ will get a little closer in the points to little brother.
Yeah, I don't, like I said before, I mean, we've had this conversation. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to hit here coming up. Got some things going on, but what I can make, I will make, and we'll try to make a good show of it.
All right, man, shout-outs and thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a great win tonight.
Well, all the boys at FTM, Dalton for a great race, Dean Super Dirt Car, Gunner at Swan Speed Shop, that's for them, DITV, and Shaggy TV. And then I guess with you guys, I mean, you for making us look good, Roger at DRN. Really appreciate it. Jess and Jim Steakhouse. I still got a steak left. I'm savoring that one.
Well, will you get Larry a picture, please?
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a story around that, but yeah, I'll get Larry a picture.
All righty, my man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win, man. It's always fun to see a defending series champion, especially the current defending series champion, go to victory lane in the next season. And it's been a minute since we've seen that, so congrats to you on that. Hopefully, we'll see you back here next week.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
That is your feature winner tonight, defending series champion in the 20, Dylan DeWert. Well, show number 1 officially in the books. And Ben, the schedule is over on the website, dirtslingersracing.com. Right off the top of my head, I cannot remember what next week's track is. You'll have to go there and check that out, unfortunately. I'm an old man and I don't remember everything. But I want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. We have another one coming up, I want to say in about 30 minutes. About 35 minutes, we will go live right at the bottom of the hour with the Rocket K Logistics 410 Outlaw Sprint Cars from Kokomo. Should be an exciting one. Tiny little bull ring. The guys are going to have to run a lot up on the fence. You might see a handful of guys run right down towards the inside, but they've got the tires pushed out tonight, so they won't be able to get down to the grass. And we'll see what that does to the racetrack. A lot of sliders, and it should get pretty exciting. So make sure you tune in and say hi in the chat for that. If you can't join us again tonight, join us tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern, for the ERA Bunch as they close out the season and crown a champion in the Pavement Late Model Stock Car Series. Until we see you guys again, thank you for being here. Without you, there is no reason to do this. And without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we saw again here tonight, there is nothing for us to cover. High fives and pats on the back all the way around. Till we see you the next time. Peace and love to everybody.